then at that point, we were escaping from Cuba. From the left side, from a small Coast Guard booth, we hear a voice. Sounded something like this. Polarca 5, you're going beyond your limits. Turn back or you will suffer the consequences. Friends, back in 1994, we knew exactly what the consequences could have been for doing what we were doing. There were three. Number one, you could get killed. Number two, you might drown. And number three, you might get life in prison. All this for wanting something better. All this for wanting to go and pursue our dreams. All this for wanting what over here people refer to as freedom. See, seconds later, sirens went off. They were coming from all directions. They were coming from the right, from the left, from the top, from the bottom. They sounded like 300 fire trucks wailing the sirens all at once. See, back in our boat, people were scared. Actually, scared is an understatement. We were petrified. Some people were screaming and yelling. Some people were crying. Some people were on their knees praying, Dios mío, por favor. Some people wanted to jump off the boat. Some people wanted to stop the boat. Some people wanted to turn back the boat. See, in the midst of all that commotion, the captain of our boat stood forward. He paces back and forth. He looks straight into the eyes of the ladies, the men, the elderly, the teenagers. There is silence among those 30 people. Then, and only then, he said something that has stayed with me to this day. Something that has really inspired me to succeed in spite of all my obstacles. As he looked straight into our eyes and we looked straight back into his, he said, if you think that moving forward, now that the going got tough, if you think that moving forward, now that you feel intimidated, if you think that moving forward, now that things are not working out exactly as we planned, if you think that moving forward in the midst of all this is going to be painful, try going back. Think about this. It's really nothing new over here. How many of you have moved on in life and left a lot of your friends behind? Show of hands. Is that right? Think about it. Now, question. What are some of those people doing right now? Nothing. Could your friends try to hold you back? Yes or no? Yes. Could a boyfriend or girlfriend try to hold you back? Yes. Could a relative try to hold you back? Yes. Why? If I could leave you one question and one question only, the question will be this. What are some of the lies you've been told about yourself that you have believed? The reason why they don't have to believe that they could go to college and graduate and become successful, the reason why they don't have to believe that they could make $1 million is because they've been told a whole bunch of lies. So I came across a friend of mine that lives in New York, and the guy gave me a business card. I just could not believe what he said. He said that he is part owner in this company. And I was like, man, congratulations, when did this happen? And he said something really interesting to me. He said this happened about 15 years ago. I was like, what are you talking about? About 5 years ago, I saw you here, and you did not own that company. And he said to me this. He said, no, you don't understand, he said. He said, about 15 years ago, when I started working for that company, I was working at the lowest level possible. But he said, I was working at the lowest level possible as though I own the company. He said 15 years ago I was cleaning toilets, I was cleaning floors. But he said 15 years ago I was cleaning toilets and floors as though I own the company. He said 15 years ago I was at the lowest level interacting with the lowest level clerks at that company. But he said 15 years ago I was at the lowest level interacting with the lowest level clerks at that company as though I own the company. He said they didn't know it. Who knew it? He did. First question to you today is this. When do you think that guy became the owner of that company? Was it 5 years ago when he got the title? Was it 15 years ago when he was cleaning toilets and floors at that company? 15 years ago. 15 years ago when he made up his mind that he was going to own that company. Friends, question to you today is this. When do you think you become a college graduate? Is it when you get that certificate and all your family's there cheering for you and you got the cap and gown and you're walking all proud of yourself? Or is it today when you make up your mind that no matter what happens in your life, you are already a college graduate?